from Steven Crowder. President Trump responds to Crowder undercover bombshell. So the Crowder undercover team recorded the chief public affairs guy from the DOJ saying that the cases against Donald Trump, or specifically the case around his real estate, is a travesty of justice. Donald Trump has responded, and we have this clip here from Crowder. Here we go.
There was a story about somebody in Southern District who's highly respected, knocking the hell out of both of those cases, say it's an embarrassment they were allowed to be brought. And
that's you, Mug Club.
The whole thing is disgusting. They're just out to get them.
And that's why, like, the surging of the polls is, you know, it's a perversion of justice. He was stacking charges and, like, rearranging things just to make it fit a case. No, to be honest with you, I think the case is nonsense.
Just revealed today, and I hope you're going to do a story because it's a big story. The Southern District of New York was, and this is a very highly respected group of people. He said it was a disgrace that that case was brought. It was a disgrace that the case was brought in front of Mershon.
This guy's probably going to try to lock him up, and there is going to be, it's going to be ugly. They're so obsessed with getting him.
Who is they?
Who is they, though?
The case is a disgrace. Should have never been brought. Should have never been brought.
There you go. You saw the fruits of your labor. And like I've said, millions of dollars and months of work have gone into it, and it's just the beginning. Hey, take this level of corruption and apply it to, without giving it away, some of the other biggest stories.
I want to give a shout out to Steven Crowder for that undercover work. I feel bad for this Nicholas Biase guy, but I'm also kind of frustrated with him because, man, come on. He is candid in those videos, and you could hear he means what he's saying. Democrats are trying to get Trump. They just won't stop. He issued a statement after the fact saying, oh, I don't actually think those things. I was just trying to impress somebody. And it's like, oh, come on, dude. You were so close to having your dignity and your respect. And we want to give it to you because I appreciate what he was saying on the undercover camera. But it's only going to work if it's backed up by what he says in real life. Mm-hmm. He should come out and say, it's how I feel. Thank you and have a nice day. It's not coming from the DOJ. It's coming from me personally. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree. Mershon mentions in his statement today, you know, the public trust in our institution and law and order is really important. That's a terrible summation, but that's effectively what he's saying. And it's kind of sad that this guy immediately just turned face and was like, oh, I was just trying to impress, I guess, a girl. And I didn't mean anything I said. I think Americans would feel as if their trust was restored if they knew it wasn't a monolith in this office.
But what is this about these undercover videos? It's the same thing with James O'Keefe where, you know, he sends a woman into a date. She meets with some like executive at a law firm and he's like, let me impress you with some corporate malfeasance I'm involved in. Like, what about a guy going and saying the department that I work for or the prosecutors here are bad people who are destroying the justice system? How is it impressing a woman? If he was saying, like, if he was wearing binoculars and a safari cap and he was juggling like some rare African bird and was like, look what I can do and look where I've been, I'd be like, that's trying to impress somebody. They call that peacocking. But to like talk to a woman and be like, this country is facing a travesty of justice. The Democrats will not stop. Everybody knows, guys, when you're going on a first date, talk about politics to the woman, especially how you don't like Democrats. Because everybody knows women, you get my point? Like,
especially in New York.
In
like,
New York, talking to a woman.
They're in Manhattan and he just like meets a girl and he's like, I'm going to just assume she's conservative. Like, interesting and bold choice. Unless she just signaled that she was supportive of Trump and he felt like he had to defend him. But, you know, I think what's sort of sad about this is like, this guy probably wants to talk about this all the time. He probably does want to talk about what's going on. And instead, I guess, at fear of losing his job, which, sir, you have to go back to this office now with all of these people and pretend you didn't say the things that you said. Like,
nobody thinks so.
Right. You should have just been a person of integrity and be like, those are my personal opinions that I said off hours. But,
exactly. If you wanted to impress a conservative woman, you say something like that and then you stick by it and you say, yeah, like, come at me, but that's the truth.